Revelations around 200. No fluff, let's talk about it. So first, I've had a lot of people ask me already, now how did you not freeze or error or blue screen? Now, this is a very interesting question in a sense that not even I know exactly the reason why I didn't freeze or anything else like other people have. Now, there's a couple of relations that I can say for certain that there are. One is that when you have little Arnies in high rounds and you use them, we're talking 150 plus here. I've seen several people that have gotten the inevitable G-spawn from the Arnies using them. And the other one being that whether it's Keepers or Furies, some combination of them either spawning in or killing them is causing people to randomly blue screen their game or app close.
But, there it is! There it is! There it is!
It's causing other people to freeze randomly. This could happen when you're shooting the thunder gun or picking up a nuke.
Get in, bro. You gotta get in.
For you, it'll be much sooner.
Come here.
Or pretty much in any other possible way that Treyarch Studios can screw you over. Second, I'd like to take a brief moment to talk about the Shadow Mask. And also I want to clear up a few things regarding how you acquire it. Now, if you don't know how to get the Shadow Mask, I'm sure if you go and do a nice little YouTube search or Google search or whatever, you'll find some pretty promising results. Come back a little bit educated on that, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about here. But anyways, back to what I was trying to say, is one, when you're doing the step that requires you to kill a panzer, the only important part is that you shoot off its helmet. You don't even have to kill it, as far as I'm aware of, by shooting it in the head. Once its helmet comes off, you've completed the step, and that's all you have to do in regards to the panzer. Now, when you shoot it in the power core, that's for a completely different mask. There might be some kind of overlap or correlation to where they glitch out with each other, but from what I've noticed, you'd have to do nothing with the power core. It's only shooting off the helmet of the panzer. Now, second is the margwas step. Now, the current knowledge says that you have to kill 3 margwas to do this step to get the Shadow Mask. Now, I don't believe that's necessarily correct. However, you do have to kill 3 margwas, but they just have to be 3 very specific margwas. One of each of the elements. A fire one, a void one,
See my very last. Your friends are very young.
and just a regular normal margwa. But that's not it. It can't just be the 3 of them. What I noticed is that when you're inside the giant apothecon, aka where Pack-a-Punch is, where you need to do all these steps, you will get random panzers and margwas spawning in on any given time interval. It might be specific, I don't know, I haven't paid that much attention to it. But these, from what I can tell, are the only ones that actually matter. If you get a margwa that spawns in at the beginning of the round, when you hear the Shadow Man speak,
There can be no escape from the margwas.
those margwas do not count towards the step at all. It has to be the margwas that spawn in RNG from inside the apothecon. And you'll know the difference between the two because they won't spawn at the beginning of the round, and the Shadow Man won't say anything about them before they spawn in. You'll just hear the margwa spawn in. So third, I've had a lot of people ask me about Gobble Gums and what I used and what I would recommend that you would do, or if you were playing online versus offline. Now, the only thing I'm going to say for sure is what I did during the game. My game was played online, and I used these Gobble Gums on the screen right now. Now, the only thing I have to say is it's completely your decision whether or not you want to play offline or online. I am in a situation to where I can stay connected to the servers for over 4 days straight without getting a server DC. If you're not in that situation and you DC after 8 hours or something like that, it's probably not in your best interest to play online, and you should consider doing a local game. Which this leads me pretty well into my next FAQ, which is, why did you down out, or why did you end the game? Why did you stop playing? Now, this pretty much comes down to two reasons. The first being I didn't have time to do any more. Like I was saying before, I was in an online game. The game had been going for over 4 days already at this point, and I had plans over the weekend. It was a Friday night. When I finished this up, I was going to be gone for the entire weekend. I wasn't going to be able to get any more rounds in. So I made the decision that, hey, the game's probably going to DC me, so I'm just going to end it now and not have to worry about any of that. There's a possibility that I wouldn't have DC'd, but the second point I have is that I ran out of Gobble Gums. I ran out of my shopping freeze. I ran out of my cashbacks. I was down to only having the alchemical antithesis, or however you say it. And as with a regard to my other downs during the game, you can see for yourself pretty much to what you would specifically have to do to take some downs when you're playing a setup like this with the Shadow Mask and perks and whatnot. Just for a TLDR, it's some pretty stupid shit that you have to do.
It's kind of iffy, like, is still like the paint jobs. There we go. I was gonna say I should be getting a mark or something soon.
Oh, Edward, my dear, dear Edward. He doesn't understand you. I do.
What the fuck?
Oh! Wow. Why didn't he pull the spikes back out after I used the insta-kill? Game makes no sense. Oh my god. So the last point I want to bring up here takes us back again to the keepers. Now on round 165, I had a keeper boss, or whatever you want to call it, round, special round, who cares. But during this and every boss whatever round afterwards, the Thunder Gun, Gravity Spikes, and the Dragon Shield all became ineffective at killing the keepers. Now, in order for me to get through these rounds, I was pretty much forced to either using the Apothicon Servant or the Squid Gun or whatever, and the various turrets that are around the map by all of the teleporters. So my question to everyone now is, if you have gotten to such a round where this has happened to you, please let me know. I'm very interested in seeing what the consensus is behind this, what specific round it starts at, what other people are experiencing, because who knows, maybe on 164, maybe the Thunder Gun works and maybe the spikes don't. But, you know, I can't tell because I only have from 165 onwards. So if you have gotten to this point and you have had the keepers stop dying from everything besides the Apothicon Servant and the turrets, please leave a comment, hit me up on Twitter. So I hope this video's cleared up most things for you. If there's something you feel that I've missed and you'd like to get some more information, feel free to leave a comment down below with your question or tweet me at QHTF15 on Twitter. If you want to watch any round from this game, I'll have a link to the playlist in the video description with all 25 hours of gameplay sorted by the rounds, which also includes the commentary from when I was live streaming this on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/QHTF. And if you think I did a good job with this video, please drop a like. I'm not going to ask for a subscription because who am I kidding? I barely upload. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.